Hello, this is Teacher Grandma, a teacher for 34 years and a grandmother of two pretty little girls. What doesn't break you does make you. I was one of 4 children and my mother became a widow at the age of 35. 35 is a young age to be a widow, and she had to look after 4 of us children. Now my father was a football player, and after his football match came home, had a shower and got a heart attack. The result of that heart attack and the ambulance being unable to open the door and my father being shifted and lifted caused him to lose his life. Now my mother, when she got news of my father's death, I was all of 8 years old and my brother a few years older than me, 11, and then 2 smaller ones. The youngest was only a year old. I wonder what must have gone on in my mother's head. But my mother said to me as I grew up, you know, Ellen, on that one day when I got the news of your dad's death, and my father was working in the Gulf at the time, I felt the arms of God around me. He was holding me and telling me that I'm going to be okay. And so I'm reminded of the story that I've heard while I've attended Mass, of there are 2 sets of footprints when Jesus walks with you. And during the times of your life where you're having the hardest and the biggest problems, there is a single set of footprints. And when the person asked Jesus, why did you leave me when I was having those difficult times? The answer that Jesus gives is, during those times I was carrying you, so you can only see my set of footprints. This left a lasting impact on my head as a little child. And I will say to you, what doesn't break you makes you. I remember as a young teacher in a school, I had a very difficult relationship with my principal. And I was constantly told what a horrible teacher and educator I was. I shouldn't call myself an educator, etc., etc. I did go through stress and stress-related problems as a result of it. I did have migraines and I did have started to have vertigo. And I realized that I need to be okay with the situation, or I need to get out of the situation. And I did get myself out of that situation because I had to look after me. I went on to teach in a college and I learned so many things while I taught in that college. I developed myself, I studied more, I learned more, I improved more. And then I was needed at home. So I came back home and then gave my tuitions, etc. I do miss having been in college. I do miss going to school. Of course, I do miss those things. But it is important to remember that problems come, but they come only for a season. There is a season for every problem that we face. And when the season is over, the problems disappear. The problems go away. So when you are faced with a problem, don't think that the problems are there to stay. No, they are not there. So when you are faced with a problem, don't think that the problems are there to stay. No, they are not there to stay. They are there to teach you something. The minute you learn the lesson that the problem has come to teach you, it will disappear. This I have learned, and every time I have a situation which is a difficult situation, I say, what is this problem come to teach me? This perspective is very, very, very important. And so you don't look at the problem, but you look at it as a learning experience. And then it doesn't become something that bogs you down, something that holds you down, but rather it is something that is a learning experience. You learn it and you move on. This is Teacher Grandma signing off, saying bye-bye.